Okay, let's talk about what's going on in the world. Health is the new wealth. Is it not? Isn't that cool? Yes? I think it's awesome because since the recession, this is absolutely a massive macro trend that's going across this country and in fact across the world. And what's actually really cool about it is it's hitting at multiple levels of the economic spectrum. There's a fundamental shift that's going on in the way consumers are making decisions and buying and actually adding value to businesses themselves. So first of all, without question, they trust their peers first. Think about it. Every time you guys go out, if you're going to a movie, if you're going to buy new music, who do you listen to? You listen to your friends and what they are recommending, more so than the critics, oftentimes. Any category, it doesn't matter what business you're in, you are not going to succeed with new ideas if you don't know who your 2.5% are. If you don't know who those super passionate people are that embrace new ideas and have to tell everyone about it, who will defend you when you do stupid things, those 2.5% who care so much about what you stand for. And with the landscape we're in now, moving to specialist businesses, this is becoming more important than ever. And likewise, when I got to Gatorade, it was an interesting story because it was a business, was about $5 billion top line at the time I got there, that had basically stalled as part of the macroeconomic recession, because what had happened is they'd just gone super broad, put it in Walmart, everyone who has a throat, we would like you to drink Gatorade. And that's all well and good, but if you're a sports performance brand and you have people sitting on the couch with a pizza in the middle of the country drinking Gatorade, that's actually damaging your equity, right? And that was a huge problem for us. So when I first arrived, we did this exercise just online. We looked at all social media around the brand and just said, what are people saying about us? What does this brand mean to people? And you can see in April 2010, 70% of the conversations were related to hangovers and flavors. Awesome. And we realized at that moment, the only way we were going to turn this business around is if we went back to the core consumer, but that we also had the courage to walk away from the wrong kind of consumer. I get a lot of comments from people who are terrified of social media, terrified. But people say nasty things and they're really mean, and what's that going to do to my brand? Well, guess what? If you are looking after your 2.5%, number one, they will defend you. And number two, if you have a crappy experience, best you hear about it and fix it. For anyone who knows our brand, we are provocative. We are not apologetic about our voice, I will tell you that. And here's a guy here, disappointed to be told Equinox are raising their membership again. Perhaps it's time to move on. To which we reply, when you're wearing a Speedo in a non-ironic manner, you'll know it's worth it. He replies, the funniest customer service reply I've ever gotten, and then his friend jumps in, that's hilarious. If you decide to try on a Speedo, I'd like to see a picture. Point being, I'm glad he's tweeting that he's annoyed that we're putting up our membership prices. I want to hear what my customers have to say, but don't hide. Don't not acknowledge that the complaint was there. Get out there and be proud of who you are. We put up our prices for a reason because we're trying to continue to invest in the experience. And it's important to really stand behind who you are.